Hello everyone, and welcome to OST Live, a weekly broadcast on blockchain branded tokens and token economies. And this episode is a little bit different. We have somebody from the OST community today. Some of you guys might have already seen him before on a previous OST Live episode, the Best of Alpha 3 Challenge episode. And he is Drew Thomas. He is the creator of Really Simple Store. Drew, welcome back to OST Live.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
So this episode is going to be a little bit different because we're going to cover, we're going to sort of follow through on the process of community members that were part of the OST ICO and participated in the OST ICO. And we're going to follow them through to where they are now in terms of development of their project. So if any of you guys watching this did participate in the OST ICO, and you like to for OST, if you like for us to follow through your process of developing your token economy, just reach out to us, and we'll hopefully have you guys in the future. But today we're gonna go over Drew's product in Really Simple Store. So Drew, let's start off with the OST ICO. How did you first hear about it?
I first heard on Jason Calacanis' podcast, This Week in Startups. It was kind of like perfect timing for me. I just was getting into the whole crypto and Bitcoin. I'd been earning Bitcoin on 21.co, which is now called earn.com, but I was just converting it into US dollars right away. I didn't really care about it, but the price was rising, so I was kind of getting interested. And then I saw Jason Goldberg on This Week in Startups and was just instant hooked. I mean, he convinced me, really, is what happened. I thought this was the idea and this was the guy that was going to do it, and I was just I was on board.
Great. So what was the discussion about in the podcast?
Well, it started off a lot of his background, which I think is what kind of like got me interested in him and his lessons that he's learned and his journey. And then that kind of segued right into, well, they called it Simple Token, at the time. And he started talking about that idea. And it was just like, it was kind of new to me at the time. I was just like, wow. I was like, wow, it's going crazy. And I just like was loving it. And I really wanted to be involved in crypto. And I really wanted to do an ICO, but I didn't even know what that meant really at the time. So it just kind of worked out perfectly. And then that's what kind of motivated me to learn everything from, buying some Ether and getting a wallet set up and all that stuff.
Great. And that was a pretty popular podcast. I'll link it down and below for anybody else that wants to check it out.
Yeah, it's still a great episode.
So what made you participate specifically in the OST ICO? What was this in November of 2017?
It was like the most professional and legit seeming, because I was looking at a bunch of different things that were going on in crypto. And this was the most they cared about everything that was important to be legal and compliant and all that stuff. And a lot of ICOs really didn't. So that attracted me to it because I could see that in the future these other companies could have problems,
Great. So after you purchased your OST tokens and you participated in the ICO, what was sort of the next step for you? Did you sort of follow up on OST's updates in regards to how to build a token economy?
Yeah, at first I wasn't even really thinking about doing it myself as much. I mean, I thought that'd be an interesting idea, but I didn't think too hard into it. So I was following along pretty closely just because I was interested. And I was really, interested in what the product was going to be like. So in Alpha 1, I participated, but it was kind of random. I really didn't even know what was going on. I just created a token without an idea. And then Alpha 2 is what kind of sparked it. It's where I put 2 and 2 together and took this platform that I had for 4 or 5 years I've been using privately. And I thought, now maybe I can add a token economy. And then from there, it just grew and grew.
Great. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the platform that you had and how you specifically are now implementing a token economy.
Yeah. So it's originally, it was just something I built for myself that I could use for my clients because they wanted e-commerce on their websites. And I didn't want to build them a separate Shopify or even go through the complication with them of, adding cost per month and all that stuff. So I just built it as a way for me to build e-commerce for people. And I never even thought of it as something I'd release, you know, to the larger public. But then once I started thinking about tokens and token economies and how they could help different ideas and businesses and what that could mean for the future, some ideas started sparking around Really Simple Store. And I started to kind of like push the mission of it and form kind of a core values and audience. And it was all kind of coming together. And I feel like it was based around this token economy. Like that was really what sparked it. And so I just made the decision then that if I already have this working product and I can add something cool and new that can attract attention and create network effects, you know, I should go for it. Why wouldn't I go for it? So I just went for it.
Great. So it's now called Really Simple Store, and it allows other stores to sell other stores products in a sense. Can you tell us a little bit for the newcomers that haven't seen you before or seen your proof of concept before? Can you tell us a little bit about Really Simple Store and what it is?
Yeah. So the first half of it, before you even get to the tokens, is it's a dead simple e-commerce platform. So it removes all the barriers to selling. So you can sign up very quickly. It's really low cost per month. You can snap a picture on your phone and upload it to your site and be selling instantly. That's kind of the core value, and that's why it's called Really Simple Store. And then the token component comes in as sort of an added feature between the sellers, between the actual store owners. So the people shopping on Really Simple Store platform, they don't know anything about tokens. They're paying in US dollar. They're receiving products like normal. But the store owners can use the tokens as incentive to sell each other's products. So if you had a store and I had a store, I could put your product on my store, and you're essentially staking tokens, and that's what allows you to put your product in the marketplace for me to find. I put it on there, I sell it for you, you get all the money, and you don't do any work. So it's kind of this way that store owners or that just people who are kind of doing a side project or a hobby and want to make extra money off their craft, it's just another way that they can get more sales and earn more income without, you know, dedicating full-time or becoming a full-time business.
Great. So it's specifically a token economy for the owners themselves.
Exactly. Yep.
Great. So sort of just to summarize it, if you have a product, another store owner can put that product on their website, and simply that store owner would get tokens and returns if a sale is made.
Right. And they can only get their products sold by others by staking tokens. So that's the incentive. You sell other people's, you earn tokens, and then you use those tokens so that other people can sell yours.
Great. Very interesting concept. So can you tell us a little bit about the development of Really Simple Store, maybe from, you said the idea fully, developed more fully in Alpha 2. So what are some of the features and features that you have implemented in Alpha 2 and in Alpha 3?
So the platform itself was built, and then in Alpha 2, I just worked in the whole token economy. So that changed some stuff in the platform. So it was kind of this system I had to build behind the scenes where one order would split into all the different store owners and everyone gets paid, and it's a marketplace behind the scenes. But also there's stuff around the actual tokens and integrating the OST APIs and that kind of thing. That's pretty much what I did through Alpha 2. And then in the process, I cleaned up little details and I made little enhancements and tried to improve the product as a whole, just because I think that's an important thing. You know, once it's ready and once it hits the market, it needs to be really crisp and clean and look and feel really good.
Definitely. So what's next for Really Simple Store? Do you have some milestones set maybe for the next year?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna launch actual stores probably in January. That's what it's looking like right now. And I really want to do this pre-launch referral program, which is just about ready, where before the stores are open, I want to generate some buzz and allow people to use unique referral codes to get free months when stores open. So the first milestone is that referral program, but it's coming really close to January. So I'm thinking now I might even just launch the stores and still do a referral program, but just launch. And then basically at that point, I'll take it slow and get user feedback and start building it up and just be ready for the OST mainnet launch whenever that is. I think Q2 it said on the roadmap, but either way, when that happens, I'll have the platform rolling so that I can kind of launch that, roll that right in, and get everyone going.
Great, and that's coming up quickly already next month.
Yeah, it's close.
Good. And so also some exciting stuff from OST. OST is preparing to go to market in 2019. So what are you most looking forward to next year from OST?
I think like hands down, I can't wait until the first of these bigger partners just publicly launches a token economy and kind of like the broader world just sees it. I think it's so exciting because that's kind of like the beginning, right? It's like everything's been building up into this point, but really that's where everyone's going to kind of wake up, or hopefully wake up and see, and other big companies are going to want to get on board. And I feel like it's going to be such an exciting kind of like game-changing moment when that first happens.
Great. And also very excited for next year as well. So where can the viewers learn more about Really Simple Store? I'll go ahead and link down some of the best of Alpha 3 OST Live if the viewers want to check that out. But where can they learn more about Really Simple Store?
I think the best place is the Medium publication. So it's medium.com/really-simple-store. Or I'm always, anytime I publish something, I'll share it on Twitter, and I'm at TrueDrewCo.
Great. And, this has been a great episode to discuss the process from one individual that participated in the ICO and is now developing a real use case with a token economy. And we hope to hopefully make this a series and have more guests in the future. So if you participate in the ICO and you're interested in coming on OST Live, just reach out to us on Twitter or Telegram. And hopefully we can have you guys in the future. Drew, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It was fun.